20 booty wizard when someone follows me.
Okay, works. Now I'm gonna do this. And okay, I'm recording locally as well. And you're linking me a thing. How am I supposed to use that as a token?
I will edit it better for next session.
I think he means like it's way too big. You should like use Paint to rescale it to like
No.
100 pixels.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a face, not a token. But okay, let's see. I need
It's
to
a
save
what?
it.
It's like you
Did he
use the
Photoshop
face.
his own face onto a picture?
No.
I save it locally.
Wait, no, I'm gonna edit it in like paint.net later, so it's only like the head and there's no background
And now
part.
I upload. Choose a file. Is everyone here? Or
I'm here.
as in, is Lazybum here?
I guess not.
I guess not. Alright, I upload you. And I upload you. Alright.
Suddenly become silent.
So I have sandwiches here and I'm so going to be eating them now. So allow me to mute myself and I'll be right back.
Let's long rest. Please.
I kind of automatically assume that you're taking a long rest, regardless. So you should rather tell me that you don't want a long rest after your last adventure.
So if we long rest, I get my 17 AC and then get rid of the hide armor.
Hold up.
You
Let's do
mean
things in
sell it?
order. Okay. We're just gonna wait like 2 more minutes. Let me get shit ready. And we're gonna go from there. So how has your week been, people? Okay.
Good.
I am glad at the news. Alright, since we're waiting. Kate, you leveled up to level 4, and I don't know what you did for your level up, so you gotta take me through these things.
Okay, so I put 2 more points in wisdom.
Okay, so 18.
Yeah, I took the Thorn Whip cantrip.
Okay.
And now we're gonna roll for my HP, right? So
don't see the roll because I'm not looking.
Yeah, I'm 5. Well, first one that's actually bad, but whatever.
Is that 34?
And I pick up my armor, of course.
Yes, hold on. One thing at a time before I forget. I'm editing your character sheet. There you go. Okay, armor. If I recall correctly, the payment has already gone in.
Yes. Yes. That's
So
why
you
I've
now
sold
have
them.
scale armor.
Yeah.
There we go. Hi, sorry.
Hey,
Alright.
Whoa, holy shit. Did you put a fan next to the mic?
He's living on a bus station, clearly.
You can hear that?
It's loud.
we hear a blender in the background.
That sounds like more like a fan, but okay.
Are
It
you
is a-
inside of a
Something like that.
washing machine?
Oh, let me fix that.
The scale may made of actual scales and metal, no metal pieces.
Alright.
That bones,
There, better.
bones and fish scales, basically.
Yep, sounds better.
Oh,
So it's like, I don't remember its weight. 45 pounds? I'm looking. Don't worry. I'm almost there. I passed it. Let's go in the other direction. Scale mail. 45 pounds. Yeah. Your dex modifier is capped at 2. You don't give a shit. Disadvantage at
What?
sneaking though. You have
What
disadvantage at
do you
sneaking.
mean dex modifier is kept?
Yeah, cause max 2. So, yep.
What?
Yeah, you're the max.
Hey, well, I
oh god.
already had hide armor, so.
Yeah. I was looking at your armor breakdown and I confused the shield bonus with the dex bonus.
I see.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
hide armor is gone, I guess, because I used it up, right?
Yeah.
Did such a thing. Not sure if I actually did.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, sure. But I needed the materials, so yeah.
Alright, so that's taken care of. There's still background noise from someone.
you might hear the cars going by. Sorry.
All right, so
You live next to a highway, maybe?
No, but it's a slightly busier road.
Okay, well, Zoom, can you drop me your spell list in like Roll20 or Steam or something, and we'll start it off slowly.
Well, I can give you one when I know where we'll be going. I quite frankly don't know that yet.
Gotcha. That can wait. Okay, so it's you guys have been out and about the past week since you've been resting. How many of you have attended the execution?
I guess I did, but to be honest, probably no one read the text, so they probably are, in the black as to what the hell you're talking about.
Lavada absolutely did not attend it.
Depends, really. Did the druid come from the forest? Well, the one I sent the animal messenger to?
Yeah, you sent the messenger. Given the speed of it, he probably would have arrived in the morning. I'm gonna go with yeah, he was there.
Sure, then I also attended.
I can let
Jesus fuck!
You gotta
You
shut
would
that window, dude.
Let me.
The airplanes passing by, or
Oh, I don't.
America is getting ready for war, and you're just hearing the F.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like a
Whatever the fuck.
tank rolling
D.D.D,
by.
don't tell them that.
the
Jesus.
bomber or something.
It's weird because it's. I never changed the volume and always complained about 4.
I don't know. Maybe there's more traffic, I guess, today. Anyway,
Maybe.
Yeah, the druid showed up, and he didn't seem all that surprised by the decision of the royal paladin, and he left shortly afterwards. You kind of lost him in the crowd, so you didn't manage to exchange any
There we go.
words. You just noted his presence, Mira.
Well, I actually was waiting for him basically, so just it doesn't matter.
Sure, we can roll with that. If you want to talk to Galaran, right? That was his
Yeah,
name.
just explain to him what's actually going on in here.
Yeah, he nodded sagely and just told you to come and see the law get carried out. He believed in the goodwill of the royal paladin. His words.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So did I actually, but
since we're talking Maria already, what have you been doing the past week? Since you know you have this one downtime action thing that you can spend doing something.
working, I guess. So it's 4d4.
At this point, yes.
Six gold.
Alright. Can you tell us something about that work of yours?
Basically, curing diseases of animals and stuff. Just usual. Both 6 gold, nothing too impressive, I suppose. Maybe actually I could have like healed Sirius's donkey, since he kind of had rabies and stuff. You know.
Sure, we can roll with that. Once I find your character sheet. Alright. And Pal, you've been out of it for like a week, right?
Yes.
What has been happening to you the past week?
Just more training.
With the captain?
Yes.
Did anything particularly out of the ordinary happen during the training?
You got a good smack my head. I got a bump on my noggin. Otherwise, no.
Alright, so you got that D4 going for you.
Didn't we get that gold? I thought you calculated it.
No, we got the 150 from the crypt, but I don't know about the 50 from the reward.
You never did.
Really?
No. Well, before we get to that problem, Naj, what have you been doing since last week?
Most of the time, the good old usual gathering verbs for the lady to get some money to sustain myself, but in the free time I've been trying to work on deciphering the tablets that we've gathered, since I can try to, you know, like read them now.
Okay,
For
so
one.
keep in mind that you only have the pieces, right?
Yeah.
You don't have the full thing. You have like I think you took the archaeologist's pieces, so you should have like 3 right now.
Yeah, I basically want to check if I can, like, you know, if my powers let me read it. And aside from that, there's also a thing of identifying the bow that I don't even know who has it at this point, but I'd like to know what it is.
The bow's gone. Tough luck. You don't have it here.
Well, but someone has it in town, right?
Yeah, Tharun.
Yeah, like, can I, like, maybe help him even without him quote-unquote being here? I mean, I
I'm gonna
did,
go
like...
with no.
Okay.
You that will need to wait until you see him again.
Okay, then I also wanted to try to identify the potion I got. For the second. I mean, if I can do both in a week.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that I want to change the rules so that identifying requires the spell, but since I didn't, I'm just gonna tell you right now, and we'll worry
Spell
about.
identifies like a level 7 or 8.
It's a level 1
Almost
spell
like
that
level 1
costs a
spell.
pearl.
It's level 1
It's-
spell.
It costs 100 GP to cast because you have to spend a big pearl for it.
I think it. Do you need to spend it every time, or
I
is
thought
Every time.
it's not consumed. Like, because
It's
if this
consumed. If the material mentioned has monetary value added to it, it's spent during the cast.
no, because for one of the chromatic orb or something, I think it specifically says it's spent. But for
Go look it up.
identify,
Go look it up. I've been reading about it. I'm fairly
I'm
certain.
pretty sure you spend your components.
I'm fairly certain it's
just
gone.
gonna look it up.
And I'm gonna look
like
up what kind
for
of.
find familiar, it
I
says
got
you
you.
must burn the component, so of course it would be consumed.
What was
Well,
the potion I gave you?
in case of some spells, it's kind of obvious because like some
Actually,
need
no.
to need like a vessel crafted, so you know you use it up to make the spell, but it persists later on. You know,
Can someone
But-
casually remind me one thing? Who took the potion?
I did.
Okay. So this potion.
It just says if a spell states that a material component is consumed by the spell, the caster must provide this component for each casting of the spell. So no, actually you just need it once, right? So
I'm fairly certain that the pearl gets spent. And if it
But
doesn't in the
it-
rules, it does here. So.
okay, so can you write it down?
Sure. Just let me.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Zoom, Natch. That's that potion that you've got. It's a potion of flying. A potion
Alright.
of flying. When you drink this potion, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour and can hover. If you're in the air when the potion wears off, you fall unless you have some other means of staying aloft. This potion.
Is it like described somewhere in the book, so I don't have to make a note of that?
It's in the DM basic rules. AKA, let me copy paste this into chat.
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Basically, you fly for 1 hour.
Okay.
So can I?
Oh, actually, I want to ask, since I know what it is, can I possibly guess what it's made out of? Because I have some components with me. I mean,
Boy,
and
oh
the
boy.
potioner guy is still nowhere to be found. I know that's actually possible. It's an actual question.
I'm gonna go with no.
Illusory script is a first level spell, and it specifically says it consumes the material. So spells probably don't consume the material unless the spell says it does so. Find familiar and illusory script both specify that the material is consumed. So really, it makes sense. You just have a pearl, and you use that to identify
If a
stuff.
cost is indicated for a component, a character must have that specific component before he or she can cast the spell.
But you don't just like, because why
Well, I
the
mean-
fuck would you ever use identify ever? Like,
Yeah,
you
if it
just
costs 100 gold to identify every shitty item, that's kind of costly. To be honest.
Because cursed items exist and you don't really want to get cursed.
But
well, what's the cost
thing
of
is,
this?
in
How
second
much does it
edition, you
cost
had
to
to
remove a curse
spend-
with the spell?
first edition, yeah.
Just throw it into holy water.
How much does it cost to
it
remove a
depends on
curse?
it depends on the curse. I'm fairly certain.
But-
Of course, I don't know off the top of my head.
You can
but
just sit down with the item and for an hour and you learn what it does.
that's the thing.
how
I
it
want.
works in
I
five
wanted to
minutes.
remove this feature because I feel like it kind of diminishes the mystery surrounding items.
I feel
But
like you should implement this second edition feature where you can learn multiple items at once, or at least multiple.
yeah,
I have a question
probably
about it,
needs
because
some
like we
tweaking.
just leveled up and you changing rules now. I mean, I have no fucking way of actually learning the spell for like ages and ages, and no one else can probably.
You
so,
can learn
level
you can learn a
one.
new spell every level, but I'm not changing it
Yeah,
right now
but
because
that's like
this shit's
what,
probably
ages
gonna
and
be.
ages from now on. So you know, no one will be able to identify shit up until then, and I will be,
Yeah.
you know, ripped off a spell slot in the meantime.
Well, whatever. For now, we're not changing the rules, so it's fine.
But yeah, I also wanted to check if I can read the tablet. Well, I mean, technically, Lavada apparently also suddenly became super cognitive, so you know she might
No,
probably also
'cause,
attempt
like,
to do that. But
apparently, if like just not have that spell anymore and go for the floating disc conjuration spell.
I am sorry, but didn't you pick your spells already?
Yes, but we didn't communicate with Zoom and be like,
That doesn't excuse you.
bruh.
you really shouldn't have said that in chat. Seriously.
Nah, he told me ages ago. Yeah, like you're trying to game the system right now, and you know, I don't think it's necessary. There you go. We're going super slow with this. Blavada, what have you been doing the past week plus?
Guarding the prison. So I was paid 6 gold for that.
Oh yeah, I also didn't roll for the gold. My bad.
Willkommen in the club.
Did anything happen that you would like to tell the others?
Well, I don't think Laura's staying in the prison anymore, so otherwise it's been pretty uneventful.
Well, this is shit.
Yeah, Laura's been gone since like that
People don't
fateful
want to
morning.
commit crimes that they've seen a public execution type thing happen.
Or like public excuse, right? Am I right or
Yeah.
am I right? But no, Laura's been actually Laura's been living in the temple the past since last week. She's been taking care of the temple and performing what rituals there were needed to perform for the gods, keeping the religious services going. You resummoned your raven, okay. It's a thing that should probably be taken care of. You can identify items over time, it's fine. And besides, we haven't changed this thing. Okay.
You still didn't catch up with West March.
I have not. Dude,
You should really do it.
there's too much media I'm consuming, okay? I'm finally blasting through Dark Souls since I killed Ornstein and Smo, and I'm closing in on Thief. And once I get Thief, I'm just gonna go see the Rave Lord and you know have a rave.
Yeah.
And then it's like I'm almost there. So when Dark Souls finishes, I will start The Witcher, and when The Witcher I won't end The Witcher before October. So that is.
Wait, you still haven't played The Witcher for half a year?
I finished the first act of Witcher 2, and The Witcher 3 is still behind me. You can see that white box over there.
You
It's-
just started Witcher 2. Are you fucking kidding me?
Unpacked Collector's Edition, right there.
You bought a collector's edition and you haven't actually played the thing. What
On
the
top
fuck,
of
dude?
it lies a new graphics card and 16 gigs of RAM, and I'm just too lazy to do anything about them. This
You
one,
do realize that game is like over 200, hours worth of gameplay, right?
I'm a professional. I got this.
You're
Okay,
lazy.
that too, but
You're a lazy bum.
okay. Yeah, we've been dilly-dallying for a long time. Blavada and Mira, both your orders are finished. So, yeah, enjoy your.
So my hide armor for half its price.
Yeah, I'm very certain you paid it already.
Well,
You
So
did?
So you should just have chain armor now.
Cool. I'd like to buy a vial and some copper wire and add it to my necklace, and just fill it with the casting components for comprehend language.
Uh-huh. Alright. That's like
You
what?
really need that.
A couple coppers. Oh god. How many how many copper coins do you have to spend to buy wire?
I don't know. The vial is 1 gold piece.
Doesn't even list
And
copper.
I
I'm just
think-
gonna say that you can find it. It's gonna be easier that way.
Like,
But-
I could probably get it for free from the prison storeroom.
Oh, sure.
You can steal it for free, you meant to say. Or you can maybe like ask the captain about it.
Okay. Now, you guys meet up at the tavern this fine morning, and the past few days have been quite calm. The weather's been steadily getting colder and more rainy, as summer is kind of in full retreat. The town has been abuzz with talk of the new priestess in charge, and the priest's deaths, their sacrifice, and all that. Uh, yeah, from what you've gathered, still Laura is like the most hated person in town. Uh, but hey, nothing outstanding happened. And now is the morning of September the 15th. There's a slight drizzle on the outside, but still, you want to go hit the road and have an adventure. Take it away.
So there's still one crypt left.
Well, and there's, you know, the mysterious button in the other.
Yeah, that one
Or
has
we
the
could
bed
also
sheet or
like go
something,
do
right?
something completely unrelated. That's also possible.
Yeah. Let's look at the notice board.
I got even better
there's-
one. Let's go to that little green X on the map.
Oh yeah, there's walking trees in the forest south of the
Yeah,
river.
the walking trees, we kind of like promised to the villagers that we'll take care of like several bandits that were in the forest. So that's also a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of on the way, so we can maybe do both if time allows. But if we're going to trees, I'd like to know we should hit up the druid first, because that's kind of the smart thing to do.
Yeah. Like,
But
what
that
would
is,
we...
of course, if we are actually going there, because we might also go try to check out the crypt. See what's behind the button.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was the button. I think we told Captain Ramhorn we'd actually go, like, deal with that.
I don't recall that.
All I remember is that we promised to take care of the bandage.
Yeah.
Have we explored all the crypts yet?
No. Well, we've explored one fully. The other one was like barely there with the necromancer to the east. Then there's one to the west which we kinda explored, but there's this button, and then there's one to the north where you said you encountered like a banshee.
No, there were... This one, the one by Boris Tusk. Did we visit that one at all?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I believe that was clear like, you know, half
Ages
a year ago.
Oh. Yeah, so let's go back to this one and check out the button, maybe. And if there's
Shiny.
nothing there, we
Shiny.
can deal with the bandits in the forest.
Yeah, I guess so. But I have to ask again, like, did we manage to translate the tablet? Me and Barbara.
With comprehend language.
Trying to do it.
Because we have comprehend language as
Oh
first
yeah,
level
no. So
spell.
if we go to the crypt, we should be able to read the text on the walls.
Yeah, because it's a ritual spell, and I have the custom components.
Well, I can cast it without using components. Yeah. Oh, I should probably make a list.
He must be playing Witcher or something.
Was there a question asked to me?
Yes.
Sorry, I spaced out.
Did we... Can we read the tablet and the charcoal rubbings with comprehend language?
Shit, I don't remember where the charcoal rubbings were from, but the tablet, you only have a few pieces of the tablet. You have like 3 separate
Every
pieces, and they
single
don't really.
crypt we visited,
They
we
don't.
took charcoal rubbings.
Hold on, let me start with the tablet, and we'll get to the rubbings in a moment. You don't. The tablet doesn't really, you know, the pieces you have, you can't really align them together. And from what you can piece, it just like you have the first, like the top left corner, and there it says, "Let the legacy." And then somewhere
What
further.
kind of a tablet is it if it has like 2 words only?
Look, it's the font is quite large, and
That's more like a slab than a tablet.
Maybe
Oh,
you can use it on the... Well, in the
I-
cave itself. The...
Yeah, from what you can tell, it's going to be at least like a few feet long, kind of tablet.
So we've got like what, 5% of it? That's what you're trying to say?
Well, you got a decent chunk of it, but it's been split, and some of the characters are like cut off, and as such are unreadable. But at the very start, you can read "Let the Legacy," and then it gets kind of like cut off. And further down, you see mention of High Dragon Priest. You can read that, and the rest is quite obscured.
Dragon priest as in a priest that's also a dragon, or a a priest that
says-
worships dragons?
It says High Dragon Priest. What you make of it is up to you.
I didn't know it was in English.
It's translatable because you know common and you did comprehend language, so you're just like, oh, in common it means this.
No, I'm just saying that this, the question is only in English. Like in other languages, you wouldn't have that. But whatever. Okay, so where are we going then?
All right, what about the charcoal rubbings? They're from the 3 crypts we visited so far.
Right, let me go and look at them so that I know what I'm talking about. This one. Here.
No, Mira, I took the charcoal rubbings of like the text there.
Oh, you haven't been
Oh, yeah.
here.
Right.
Yeah, I have it with me.
You haven't been to the first crypt, so let's go here.
Wait, which crypt?
Oh,
The one we went with the. No,
The
we
first
went
one
back
was
to that one.
Yeah, we had
the first one was cleared by Anna and Sirius forever ago. You've been twice
Yeah.
to a different one with like the pillar
Okay.
or with like a huge cavernous like resting room.
but didn't
Eternity.
Anna took notes about them?
Well, Anna's not here, so
Yeah, I'm just asking. So I'm
and
not
even if
sure.
she did, I don't remember. It's
I've
too
been to
long.
3 of them then. I think.
No, 2, because you've been to
Oh.
the one with the flora, and the one where
Yeah.
you scribbled a big fuck you on the front altar.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, I don't remember where you took the rubbing from the second from the Laura crypt. Where did
Were
you
there
rub?
multiple places? I think I rubbed in the like altar room where we found Laura initially.
Oh, so maybe you have 3 rubbings because you have 2 rubbings from this one crypt.
Yeah, I like. If there was something to rub, I rubbed it.
That is super not true on so many levels. Okay, so you actually now that you are like looking at those, you notice that the 2 rubbings from like the initial like chapel type rooms say the same thing, and they say, "May this place forever be untouched by trespassers." And yep, that's the rubbing you get from that's those 2 rubbings. And the final rubbing from like the throne room, you have had that epic fight in.
Mm-hmm.
This one says shit, hold on. May you rest forever in eternal slumber. Shit, hold on. May you rest forever in eternal slumber, guardian of the gateway.
Fuck. So it's a gateway there. Okay. Yeah, so I think from that I decide we should go check out the button and see if we missed something in that throne room. probably go back to that crypt we found Laura in because the suspicious button and perhaps there's some gateway in that throne room that we might have missed.
Okay.
I almost died for that, so let's go.
I'm sure it'll be much safer to visit again, so we shouldn't worry about death.
Is no one going to comment on Kane's voice? That was like the best accent I've heard him say ever.
Say again?
That was the best female accent I've heard from Kane ever. Period.
I guess I didn't pay attention. What did he say?
Kane, once you practice a lot, you'll be good at female voices just like me.
Sure.
I don't know, that's like... oh.
Zoom, just like kill me now, please. So let's just head on down Blink Dog Road. Also,
Okay.
can we get our fucking 50 gold from Mr. Ramhorn?
Well, we should go to the temple about it, right? And ask for interest, because they didn't get, they didn't give it us before.
Priests are dead, by the way.
Say again?
I'm fairly certain I mentioned this in the summary of the session.
Which no one probably read.
I'm going to
Yes.
go check because I feel like...
You did mention it. The priest died, but I don't think.
Yeah, 2 priests did like honorable seppuku to save the town.
Okay, I did. Okay, it's fine.
But anyways, Laura's there, I think.
Unless
Yeah.
she went somewhere.
What? Oh.
Unless she went somewhere. You don't know. That is what I'm trying to say.
Well, gee.
He was probably afraid to leave the temple. Honestly.
I thought the people I was with were like guarding her.
Yeah, from what you've seen of Laura, she only really leaves the temple to go to the tavern to eat something, like a proper meal, and then she just heads back and doesn't really come out to explore or anything.
She doesn't get beaten the shit out of her when she goes to the tavern.
There's a lot of weird looks, but people seem to not want to pick up a fight at the... What the fuck? Okay, that was weird. People don't seem to
What was
want
the
to
weird
pick...
reverb?
That reverb sounded like someone used
The
a voice...
female voice.
Exactly, except it was my words. That's why I
Is
was
someone
confused.
rather than like I don't know, like those like translator programs that have a female voice in the background?
To clearly understand what I'm saying. Apparently, I'm not clear enough. No, she just she goes there mostly during the low activity hours, from morning to like early evening. So she's mostly fine, but still, she gets a lot of weird looks from the patrons, and like you have noticed that the atmosphere kind of dies down whenever she enters, and picks up when she leaves. But no, there have been no incidents yet.
Mm-mm. So are we going to the crypt?
Sure.
Okay.
Or did you guys want to check for payment first?
Oh yeah, fuck. Well, apparently that was covered in the summary, and we have to read.
Well, we can still hit up the temple. I mean, someone must, handle the money.
Yeah.
It was covered
And
by the salary.
we were like kind of promised the reward, and we did the job.
Yeah.
So,
Captain
you know.
Ranhorn was like, "Yo, you'll get the reward soon," and we still haven't been given the reward.
I mean, if they don't give us the temple, we can actually go to the captain and ask and moan
Yeah.
about it, because wasn't this like this whole like kind of like a hero's welcome not a week ago?
Well, it wasn't a hero's welcome for us. It was for the Royal Paladin, but we still got one.
Well, I don't know. I believe there was quite a bit of a party in the tavern.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. You seem to have reached a dead end. You just kind of sit back and try to think of what the course of action should be.
Well, let's go to the guard or the captain and ask him about
Ask
the
him
money.
about the reward. Okay, yeah, let's.
Sure, I mean, it's like you're standing in front of the guard and he's not talking. He's like just sitting there.
So I like go to captain's office and ask about reward.
Yeah, you
Just
meet him in
yeah.
his. You catch the captain in his study. Yeah, you like rap on the door and he asks you to come in. Ah, Blavada. What is it?
I think we were promised like a reward for capturing a necromancer, and it seems the general consensus is that the person we did bring is a necromancer, although has been spared to live for some reason by the Royal Paladin. And I was just wondering because it's been about a week since then. I don't think we've seen anything in the way of a reward for that.
Yeah, he like draws his breath
Catch.
when you mention the reward. Then he face palms and sighs and says, "Ah yes, I forgot. I was so caught up with the Royal Paladin's visit that I completely forgot about it. Here," and he like reaches into his desk and fishes out like a pouch and like drops it down on the desk and like hits the surface with a heavy thud.
All right.
Here's the reward. I trust that you will split it fairly.
I smile, nod, say thank you, and grab the pouch and meet with the party again. How much gold was in it?
You count out after a little while because there's a lot. You count out 100 gold pieces.
Well, 600? No. You
600,
said
yeah.
first. No,
600.
no
I
retcons,
said
what the hell?
I said 6 ha.
6
Right.
6 ha. 6 gold pieces. You say no retconning? Fine.
Is
Split
ha-
those 6 golds.
Is ha no? Is ha like an Asian language for 100? Please.
I have no idea what ha would mean in this
Well,
case.
if you wanna be paid in like buckets of rice, then maybe.
All right, so we have each get 25 gold because we're in town. So just add that right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Well, technically, like, Calix is the one that should have been getting that 25, not me.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So-
Do you give it to Tharun or do you like whistle
We give it-
Well,
nonchalantly?
apparently he's missing somewhere.
Yeah. We give it to Tharun, I think.
All right. I'm gonna just message him on Steam to add 25 gold. All right. So yeah. The rewards split.
Yeah, 123 gold again.
Nice, 47 gold.
Yeah, and nothing to spend it on either, so you know, kind of worthless is
I'm
there.
fine.
No scrolls to be written in the spellbook.
Actually, I would like to go to the leather worker and buy hide armor for the horse.
You what?
That is something that will take a little while to create. You know, you're aware of that.
It costs
And
4
it's probably gonna be much more expensive than
yeah.
normal.
Yeah,
So
it costs 4 times as much. And it's 10 gold for hide armor, so it's 40 gold, right?
Why can I not see it, even though I was looking at it before? Oh, really? I don't know where it went. Larding. Oh, times 4 times 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See it. Yep. So yeah, he says that it will take about like over a week to get this done,
Sure,
and he wants the payment up front.
sure.
Can I sell my giant eagle egg to like the tavern or something? So
I
they
thought you
can
were
use
trying
it
to
as an
hatch it.
ingredient? Well, it's probably dead by now because we haven't been actively hatching it, have we?
well, I thought you just let it in the tavern next to a fireplace or something.
Yeah, have
I
we?
don't think you were like lugging it around.
Yeah, I know. Like, have we been incubating the eagle egg?
Well, you could have always put it
Have
like
you been?
under a skull. Well, one of the two now.
No, I guess. It goes on the wall of the tavern.
There's no an egg in the tavern. That's not gonna last because it's gonna be stinky soon.
Can we like drill a hole in the back and empty it so it doesn't fucking stink? Or something?
Are you sure you can try it?
Wait, what's gonna stink?
Like
A rotten egg?
the rotten egg.
But how is it supposed to stink if it still has its shell? Like it's only gonna stink if the shell has been breached.
It's gonna get breached eventually through wear and tear. It's a tavern. Things fly sometimes.
Well, it's only gonna start rotting if it gets exposed to the, the outside world. Why are we discussing this anyway? What the hell?
We went into this rabbit hole and we can't climb out. Okay, so yeah, the egg is chilling somewhere at the tavern, and you've split the gold and you're waiting outside the guardhouse and trying to decide on the course of action. What do you do?
So now let's go back to that gatekeeper type of crypt that we found Laura in, because we have to figure out what the button does. And it's also quite necessary to figure out if there's some sort of gate that the undead man was keeping that we missed.
Okay.
Button
yeah.
gate.
Well, I'd
I
like
think
to
it's-
point that maybe we should be wary of ambushes this time around and move slowly and be prepared for any attacks this time around. Because apparently there's quite a bit of lurkers in there.
This is not StarCraft.
Don't want
Please.
anyone to get eaten this time around.
Wait, you guys didn't die on the road? Or get attacked on the road?
Well,
And
I meant the
also, can
crypt
we,
actually, but
Can we go like boom, boom, and just skip that town, skip this town completely because they hate us probably? 'Cause
well, I mean that's like more than a day's journey, probably even more because you're not moving on the road. So you'd be like
knowing our
risking sleeping in the
navigation,
wilderness.
we'd, like totally get lost.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're gonna get lost because there's like forests on either side, so navigation should still be pretty easy. But we might run into something, which is not a bad thing necessarily. But
It's not the best thing.
I mean, there's bandits running around,
Yeah.
so that's the thing. Then again, these bandits have valuables on them, say like swords and whatnot, which can be sold later on.
Yeah. Like next level when I switch out my spell for that conjuration one, it'll be real nice.
So what, are we going along the road or not?
I don't know.
Because the
Let's go on the road.
villagers in the first village are gonna be pissed that we haven't taken care of the bandits yet. We might make a point of like moving around it up until later.
Yeah, just like go like this. Skip it. Let's do that.
Okay, so who's the scout and whatnot?
So you go like that.
Can be navigator, I suppose.
Alright, so what's the party's goal for this session?
Push the button and deal with anything that happens as a result of the button push.
That can be anything.
Remember that you
And I have to
get
judge if that's hard or not.
that you get experience based on how hard the task completed is. Not that just by
So,
completion.
shouldn't you say we finished clearing out the crypt?
Yeah.
Well,
Make
there
sure the
might be
crypt-
nothing there, and then we don't get anything.
Well, that's why you had the intention of, and possibly clear out the banshee problem.
Well, we could
Or
always
was it bandits?
I think once we complete an objective, we can just assign a new one.
No, it's one per session.
That's lame.
It is. But I would say
No,
like
it's not because it takes forever
either
to
clear
make
the
one.
crypt out, or if it turns out to be empty, then try to help the villagers with the bandit problem.
Sure.
We're gonna do something either way.
We could just chop down trees for an entire session and build the palisade up.
Yeah, that's our old attack the tree.
That's really exciting. Especially as a strength 4, 6 gnome.
Oh,
Sure,
don't
Well,
it's
worry.
the tree's gonna be felled by me.
Can we
You'll
just
find
chop
excited.
down trees for a week?
You want to kill trees?
Yes, you can.
Really? Really, you want to kill trees?
How
Don't do
much
it, we'll
money
send a
would
bunch of
we
bears
get
out.
if we just chop down trees for a week? How much money and experience?
You want to murder trees? Really?
You just roll those d4s and you see what comes out.
Oh, but is it like a higher level than just guarding? Is it like level 3 because you have to go into the
Well, it's
woods?
physical work as opposed to just sitting on your thumb on your
Yeah.
ass with your, thumb in your ass.
So would it be like 12d4? Like this?
No.
No.
Oh my god,
Oh,
those
that's a
fucking
good
rolls, though.
12d4. Fuck. Can we keep that, please?
Yes. No. No. Please waste your good rolls now so that you die horribly at the first monster.
It's only D4s, who cares?
We'll just get killed by like a rat.
That's highly improbable.
It'll
Couple
crit us
20s.
every time.
Yeah, a couple 20s and a couple 1s. Everything can happen. Okay, so do you set out?
Yeah.
Also, since I have my Raven back, the whole it scouts ahead and whatnot.
Alright, so let's split the roles in the party. Again, who's the scout, who's the navigator, and who's the quartermaster of the party?
Gonna be navigator.
Oh, quartermaster.
I have a question. Wouldn't I get like some sort of a bonus to either navigator or scout because I have like kind of a flying vision?
What?
Basically, Zoom wants to be the scout.
Well, no, I'm just asking if the Raven actually does anything for me if I decide to go to be a scout.
I'll
or not.
be-
Oh, it's
the
probably an extra
quartermaster.
pair of eyes and the different perspective, right? So, gonna go with yes.
The advantage on scouting rolls.
Yeah, if that's if that's any advantage to be found, then I'd like to be scout. That's the scout, whatever.
Navigator, quartermaster.
Quartermaster is Levada.
Still want to be navigator.
Alright.
Well, there's also the map there, right? I guess
Yeah.
Pal can be that.
Pal, you're gonna be marking things on the map if you find anything interesting. That way I don't
Oh,
have to do
okay.
it. Okay, so you set out. Can the scout give me 2d20 because you have that raven of yours?
Yep.
All right, which result do you pick?
The higher this time around.
Because the first, yeah, which result do you which result do you pick?
Pick
Let's
the
get
worst one.
dangerous, the higher one.
The higher one's the
Aw.
more dangerous one. On a 17 to 20, you get an encounter.
Well, last time I rolled like 270s back to back and we didn't get anything because we were on the road, so whatever. But
Roads won't save you.
So which one do you?
might have been GM's mercy though, because we're kind of fucked up.
It was GM tinkering. Let's go with that. Gave you some choice with that. No, it worked out. So I don't know, which one do you pick?
The higher one.
Let us see.
We probably won't find any ogres next to the city.
Actually, you'd be surprised.
A portal opens and rocks fall out of the portal onto your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you know? Jesus. Okay. So you see. You see somewhere to your the raven, actually, the raven, because it has higher ground vision. Along the way, the raven notices somewhere to your left there is a small party of humanoids. One of them is on horseback, and the other 5 are on foot, and they're kind of traveling east, northeast. You're not exactly sure, somewhere in the direction of the lake. East,
They have-
northwest.
They have a horse, really?
Well,
Yeah.
do they look kind of like the same that the party that we fought next to the forest? That's
Yeah.
east of us right now.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. No, it's persuasion. What the fuck am I doing? Sorry. This is
You waste-
perception.
There we go.
Perception.
Yes.
Yeah, you see that they have, yeah, they are armored and are clad in weapons. You're not yeah, they're pretty far out though, so you're not exactly sure. Well, armor-wise, they look, you know, leather armor, hide armor, kind of resembles the bandits, but hey, that can also resemble like the hunters. Like there's hunters, right?
Like a hunting party of 5 people.
6.
I don't know. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna like, inform the party, tell them what I see, tell them that it's probably bandits and they're all armed, but on the other hand, it's also a horse to be gained, which we can either use ourselves or get gold.
Yeah.
We're
Because it's
gonna
worth
do
quite a
a
bit.
perception check too in the case.
You don't see shit because Nudge is spotting, and you are not seeing that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do tell them there's a horse there, right?
Yeah, so,
That's
Okay, well,
nice.
once you tell them, then sure.
yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
Bandits to be
Updates, yeah.
killed.
Plus, I tell them that we've taken it before, and they, you know, they probably are not that hard to, you know.
We can
Because-
easily take
I
these
see.
bandits
Plus,
out. Let's
we're
go.
gonna have like some sort of a surprise since they're moving away from us, and we can, you know, hit them in the bag.
Yeah, you run up to like a nearby like hill rock of sorts, and you like look, and you can kind of come to the same conclusions as Natch came.
yeah.
All right. Let's roll initiative.
Well, first we're gonna like have to stalk them for
Yeah,
quite a
get
while.
close.
Yeah, they're traveling off the beaten path, so they're like kind of, you know, a few hundred yards out.
So we like. Let's
Well,
go.
I suggest to the party that we should like maybe like creep behind them, try to, you know, make a point of not being seen and try to get a beat on
Slowly
them.
advance on them. Yeah.
Roll for stealth.
I guess so, yes.
Yeah, can everyone give me your stealth checks?
Though I would like ask Mira if she could like dismount the horse because she's gonna be like a sword farm and put
I'm gonna stay back, like,
That disadvantage roll.
getting disadvantage animates.
Oh yeah, you're all getting disadvantage. Yeah. Oh.
Stealth is a +1 for me, so it goes. But I'm gonna stay like 60 feet back. On a horse, so.
Oh, even I'm shitty at stuff right now.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
But we're in the box, you know.
So yeah, you're slowly traveling, trying to follow them sneakily, and then Pal, you like kind of like you lose your balance as you're like going down like a small like ditch, and you desperately try to regain your balance, and you accidentally step on Nudge instead, and Nudge like shouts because of the sudden pain. And you guys see that a few heads ahead of you turn, like they're like a few hundred feet out. They turn. You see like there's like a quick, hushed conversation between them, and then they like start double timing it towards the forest.
Can we see like green faces on them?
Yeah. You can see.
How far away are they?
You caught green war paint on at least one of them.
Can we
They are
pursue
going
them?
This forest. Oh, jeez. Dorito's gonna be pissed, so we should do something about it.
Let's pursue them.
Yeah, I have to ask like how far away are they from us?
They're a few hundred feet out. 3, 4, 500. Depends on your pacing at the given time.
I see.
Are they in range for a magic missile? Because we could do that on one of them and see if it would slow them down.
I don't think it has a half a kilometer of range.
No, it doesn't.
100 feet isn't a kilometer.
How many 100 feet?
Well, several hundred feet, he said.
3, 4, 5
Yeah, no, we
hundred feet,
can't.
depending on your
3,
pacing
4, 5, okay.
at the given time.
Well, I mean, I could try to make the Raven catch up to them and at least shock one, but won't be able
But
to
I
take them
mean,
all
I'm
out.
on a horse, so...
Well, I guess you can try to like maybe force them into combat and
Yeah, let's.
lure them towards us.
If you cut them off before they get to the forest, we can try to catch up.
I guess so. I mean, you are riding like a not a pack horse, right? It's like a race horse or whatever.
It's a riding horse. It's not a war horse or something.
I mean, if anything, can't you like maybe, uh, change it to a form that's like faster even than a horse?
Yeah.
Do
Like,
you have such a thing or not? Because I'm unsure.
No, I don't think so.
No, that's
But it's just follow, I guess.
I mean, you can always just like you have some ranged option, right? You can always just right next up to them and try to sling
Yeah,
something
let me
at them.
check. Let me check.
how fast would your bear form be?
It's 40 feet.
I should have
Well, I mean,
bought the
like
monk.
4 of these guys are running on foot, right? So they're probably like speed 30 still. Only the one guy has a horse.
How many guys did you say are there?
5 total. One
6.
is mounted.
6.
5.
6.
So 6 total.
You can always just catch up the guys on foot. I mean, unless the guy on horse decides to leave them, he's also gonna turn back once we get there.
Do they have like bows or crossbows or?
What kind of a question is this? They all have a sword or a mace and a light crossbow, you know
Well,
that.
I'm just asking. If
And they have armor, so you know that's
they
probably
all
means
have
something.
long bows, and I gonna have bows on horse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they all have melee weapons of varying size and shape, and you see at least two crossbows.
Only 2. That's surprising.
At least
Alright,
2.
let's go. That's
Yeah.
easy.
I mean, I guess we're gonna try to pursue. And
Okay, so they increase their pace and they're like going like borderline recklessly ahead of them, not paying much attention, trying to like just be speedy. Do you follow them at the same pace?
well, I mean, I'm slower than the rest, but I don't know if like maybe I could, since Mira says she's gonna give chase, maybe I could
Oh
like
shit!
try to get on her horse as well. I don't know if 2 people can actually ride a horse,
Hold
because
up!
otherwise I'm gonna be like much slower and out of the compass for like 5 turns or some shit.
I just left roll 20, but yeah, I'll be
So
right back.
horse is 60 feet and can carry like insane amounts of.
Yeah. I think it would work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So but I'm just going closest 120 feet. So
Alright, so you're trying to chase them at full speed as well?
yeah, but
Yes.
on the horse. So
Yeah, so you're gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna be catching up, but can you give me another d20? Scout, can the scout give me another d20?
Normal one?
Yeah.
Well, last time I got 2. Are you asking me a single one, or do I
A
still
single
have
one, a single one.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, the moment it becomes obvious to the guys ahead of you that you're catching up. Wait, are you just trying to like come even with them?
I think we want to catch up with them. Yeah.
Well, we know if they are bandits, so we don't want to like fight next up to them, but get into range to attack. So
Yeah. Well, once they get like within 120 feet, I'm gonna start shooting them.
So at about 200 feet, you see them start. You hear like you can already like hear them conversing, and then they like turn around, like they brandish their weapons, and you see like 2 crossbows and like 3 short bows, and the guy on the horse is kind of like sitting there with like what's it called, a battle axe in his hand, and he shouts at you, "Halt!
well, I
What
hold.
business do you have?"
Are you bandits?
No.
It's so stupid.
You don't fucking ask if they're bandits.
You, then maybe you'll survive.
If
No,
you're not bandits, then what are you?
Travelers.
Give us your weapons, and maybe we're gonna let you live.
If you're not bandits, then what are you?
Travelers.
you-
Looking adventure.
Well, I know what I'm gonna say. So. Why are you running away?
Why are you running away?
Oh, no, that wasn't.
Why are you chasing us?
You look like bandits.
Well, you too. Did you
Fuck
stop?
you too.
Or did you stop, or are you like coming closer?
Well, they stopped, so we stopped too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if you're looking for adventure, would you be willing to come on our adventure? We're going to a crypt and gonna kill skeletons.
Oh no.
Oh god, no.
There's, you see like some, you see them like converse with each other for a moment, and then one of them shouts, "What's in it for us?"
You're looking for adventure, right? So you'll actually get the adventure you're searching for instead of just going into the woods like idiots where there's nothing to find.
Well,
Well, we
I'm
can't
gonna tell them
adventure
that.
on empty stomachs, is what I meant.
Well, I'm gonna tell them that any half gold, every second gold piece that we find is gonna be theirs, and maybe we could barter, the food from the villagers. That's what they need.
You see them like again like negotiate for a while.
If you weren't adventuring with us, you'd still be expected to feed yourself, so I imagine you have plenty of food.
Well, sounds good. You wanna come over here and we can talk this out?
As long as you put away your weapons, sure.
Sure. And couple words are passed, and like they like, kind of hide their weapons, but hands rest on the hafts and blade of their swords and axes, and they kind of await you.
Why don't you
Okay,
walk forward towards us as well? That way it'll take less time.
There's like a couple glances and shrugs, and yeah, they start heading towards you.
So we're gonna walk. Let's walk
Okay, so-
towards them, meet in the middle.
I suppose.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna make a point that if I see anyone like raising a weapon, I'm gonna prepare a spell to target them.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you meet after some tense moments pass, and the guy on the horse says, "Well, what sort of adventure you're looking for? Where's that? Where's those undead you've been talking about, huh?"
Who mentioned the crypt before?
Bovada did.
I did.
Well,
So, well, there's a crypt that we haven't explored yet, and we believe there will be much danger and riches to be found inside.
No necromancers?
Maybe a necromancer or two, if we're lucky. I grin bloodlustily at them.
I shoot a glance over to Blavada that basically says, Why are you telling that they're gonna use the necromancer against the town? It's just a look, so they can't hear this.
That's a very descriptive look.
Well, if they're not bandits.
And yeah, he says that's a weird definition of lucky you have there. Kind of aligns with mine. Catastrophically bad. Do you have
I'm
like?
gonna tell them that we've already, destroyed at least two, so it's not something new or scary for us.
Yeah. Did you tell them? Did you tell them that?
I guess so.
Yeah, let's like roll to intimidate them. It's like, yeah, too bad you aren't bandits, because we'd knock you out too.
Give me a persuasion check.
I thought, but that was intimidation.
Not you. Not.
Oh, what the hell? Oops. My amazing -1 charisma.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a net. Oh,
Oops. That was
We're
supposed
gonna
to be
buy
private.
you a free round of beer in a tavern.
Yeah, I don't think I believe you of those two necromancers, but and he looks around. Everyone gathered here. I think we can maybe take one. Wait, you're intimidating them. But what did you say?
I was like, Yeah, I know, it'll be plenty, and, like, if you were bandits, we'd easily be able to take you out, because we've taken on so many necromancers. Is the general intimidate.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking obvious these are bandits.
Yeah, he's not amused by your antics.
No, he has green war paint.
Wait, are they wearing the green war paint?
Like you see, you see that the horse, the mounted guy, and like two more dudes on foot. Like they have like like old like fading green marks. Shit,
Yeah.
sorry, old fading
It's
green
like-
marks on their faces, and the rest are like clean.
Huh.
At least
So, wait, you on the horse. I
green-free.
see some
Wait.
remnants of markings on your face. What was that?
You told me they have war paint on face.
yeah, I didn't say everyone had them, but yeah, some of them have. And he says that we've made mistakes in the past. Let's put it that way. Who hasn't, right?
The Royal Paladin hasn't.
That's deep. I think even he did. He just doesn't admit them. Fits his story, fame better.
Yeah, his boss told me all about it.
What the fuck?
Horse? You talk. So you talk to horses, huh?
Can't do the accent anymore.
But that was good.
Aye, yes. You can talk to horses. Apparently Bovada's like Irish now.
So what's mine say?
Well, I can't do it. Well, I can't do it right now. So
Well, technically, I can also speak to horses now.
yeah.
Can you?
Well, at least I understand spoken languages. So if a horse is a language, then I'm gonna understand it.
Well, isn't it?
I would disappoint you.
No.
Why? Why are you gonna disappoint me?
Because horse doesn't speak horse, it just doesn't speak.
Then how can you communicate with a horse?
I don't know, it's not a language though.
What the fuck?
It's
So what made
something.
you decide to retire from being bandits?
Who said we're bandits? We're
What
not
kind of-
bandits.
Well, when I asked about the green markings on your face, you said you made mistakes, so I thought you were referring to a past of banditry briefly, but what mistakes did you make then?
Yeah, well, we aligned ourselves with a mercenary group, but they kind of turned to shit, if you know what I mean.
Oh, what mercenary group is
decided-
that? As a member of the town guard, I'm sure I've met them before, and I've witnessed their downfall of greatness.
Oh no, I'm sure you haven't heard of the Green Horse Raiders. They're not from around here. We've been traveling for a few weeks until we got here, you know? Give me a...
Insight check?
Yes, give me an insight check.
Alright, I think I... fuck, do I have perception of that? I do have... Alright. It's time for the glory.
1.
17.
Yeah, he's not exactly true to his word. Like, you can tell, like, there's some, like, twitches and he's, like, looking at his fingernails. That's some... He's not legit with you, not fully, not like Laura.
Yeah, I can tell that you're definitely not being completely truthful with that. The way you look at your hands, it's like they've spilled blood recently. You're totally bandits, aren't you? To think I would fucking bring you in a crypt with me to kill some skeletons. You piss me off. You sort of look at them really, really pissed off.
There's kind of like shuffling of feet and some blushing maybe. And after a while, the mounted guy finally says, "Yeah, okay, so, well, there have been mistakes in the past, but they're behind us, right, boys?" And they're like, "Well, mhm, yeah, no more, yeah."
Well, since you admitted to banditry, I suppose I either let you off with a warning and let you continue to be bandits, or we have to arrest you on the spot and throw you in the jail at Chazal.
Well, we haven't done nothing bad. We're just travelers.
You just fucking admitted to being bandits. Stop trying to be cheeky with me. Like, unless I have a good reason and I like do the like gesture for money kind of thing, unless I have a good reason to just give you a warning, I think I might have to arrest you on the spot. And seeing how you really don't want to be bandits, this might take a little more coercion.
Give
And I
me
kind
a-
of wiggle my pike.
Give me a persuasion check.
Eh.
And the mounted guy is like, yeah, I'm sure something can be arranged. What are we talking about here?
Oh, whatever you think would leave the memories of this encounter golden.
Ah. There's some shuffling. Looks are exchanged. A silent kind of like drags on as they're like, kind of like patting their pockets and looking about. Some time passes and some items exchange hands, and finally there's a pouch is like thrown towards you, Lavada.
Okay, I grab the pouch and I smile and say, "Why, thank you. I think I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and count to 100. And then, if you're still here, I'll have to arrest you." I just kind of start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
There's a little bit more looking, and then they one by one start to turn, and by the time you've counted to like 40, they're like a few hundred feet out.
All right, so we're just gonna let's head back to the path and keep going. How much money's in the pouch, by the way?
In the pouch?
Yeah.
Let's see how much there is in the pouch.
Wait, what pouch?
We blackmailed them into giving us money so that we wouldn't kill them.
That's okay with me.
You
That's
find
an acceptable resolution.
7 gold and 75 silver inside the pouch.
All right.
That's acceptable.
You find 7 rocks. Yes.
7 blocks, yeah.
No.
They spread
Well,
their wings.
I'm actually kind of okay with that.
Alright, so you keep the money for now, Blavada, and you'll divvy it out at the end of today.
Yeah. So let's just keep on going. Let's keep on going down the path now. We gotta get to that crypt.
Yeah.
Alright, Nudge, give me another 2d20.
Yep.
What the fuck?
You know,
just
this is
left
where
the-
I picked like all the encounters, right?
We just left the war.
We totally get experience for that.
Yeah.
We're
And
totally getting experience for that.
And the horse is, by the way, 75 gold.
Which one do you
Just
pick?
not 7, so.
Which one do you think?
No, I don't know, cause right now I'm not sure as to what your plan is anymore.
Roll that fucking encounter table, bitch.
Okay, yeah, I rolled, and okay, so you're just happily traveling along, coming close to the what's it called?
They want a refund.
You come close to the crossroads where you will take off the main road when you see a wagon approach. There's like a driver. It's got white cloth hides its contents, and there's two dudes in like chainmail walking by the sides of it, kind of like hands on their swords, and they're traveling towards Chazal.
Is that the alchemist that's been delayed for over a week?
How about you go ask him and find out.
I ask if that's the
Well,
alchemist.
first thing I'm gonna look at him see if he's armed.
Well, the two people that are on the sides of the wagon are armed. They have like long swords. But and the guy on the guy that's driving doesn't appear to have any weapons. But hey, maybe he's like something hidden and you just don't see it. It's nothing obvious at least. So yeah, you approach him and the guy says, "Oh no, no, but I also have wares to sell. Please come, take a look at my cloth, my fine
What are you
arrangements
selling?
of cloth. I am a tailor, you
not,
see.
we're not interested in cloth right now, unfortunately.
But milady, please." And he like stops his wagon, like goes into the back and comes back with like a fancy dress, and he comes. It's like it's got a nice blue color and some like some flowery like decorations sewn into it. And he like shoves it right in front of you, and he says like, "Please, milady, please touch and admit this is the finest of materials right here, the finest of silks. Only at Otto the Traders will you get this quality of a dress with such a low price."
I smile and nod and say, well then, in fact, it looks like you'll make a killing if you go to Jazal. Perhaps you should just sell all of your things at the markets.
Oh, that's my
Maybe you should
intention,
set up
but
shop in the
after
place.
after
Doesn't
seeing
have a
someone
tailor.
like you, I am just. And then he stops and he like looks over and he sees Mira. I am just so tempted to offer you. I will not find such fine ladies while in town. Now please wait 1 second here. And he like runs to the back again, and he comes back with like these nice these nice light satin gloves, and he like comes up to Mira and he like shows them to you. Please, these should be the right size. My finest garment right here.
Let me try it on.
That's a terrible.
So we're gonna just blackmail bandits and play Water Genasi dress up.
Why not?
Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
Okay. Well,
He's gonna have more than this. Doesn't
well.
matter.
So now the glove is damp, but yeah, sure, it fits you quite nicely.
What else do you have? Just fast forward.
Or
But
yeah.
just browse a bit, I guess, because why not?
So yeah, he takes you to the back of his wagon, and then you see like you actually see his wife, like she's kind of sitting there, like she greets you, and she seems to be pregnant actually, like pretty advanced pregnancy going on there. But hey, she's traveling. What can you do? And you browse through the goods, and he just has all sorts of clothes available, from like basic linen stuff that is, you know, peasant farmer level, to like some couple like high quality, like borderline noble garments available.
Does he have pirate hats?
Does he have what?
Pirate hats.
Like a costume.
Oh,
Pirate. Yo ho ho,
No.
ahoy in a
Pirate,
vest.
no,
Being a pirate
he
is
doesn't
really
have
badass.
a pirate hat, but he has some caps and hats, which are the current big fashion.
What about a
it-
really cute sailor suit?
Maybe some white cap?
well, yeah, he has some nice. Yeah, the caps are what the hell is the material called? Oh, this is my problem. I'm not a clothing expert. Yeah, he has some caps made of various materials, including silk. They're basically like or stuff that like the nobles would wear. If you're
Oh
interested in that.
jeez, no.
Also,
I'm gonna
and he also
check
has
it out later.
he also has like hats, many different types, but like the vast majority of his wares are the current like fad, at least according to him, where of these like pretty large hats with a very wide brim and they're kind of like low, kind of think maybe like I'm terrible at explaining it, so I'm just gonna give you a real life example. Think Zorro.
Doesn't explain anything.
You don't know how what Zorro's hat looks like?
No.
Uh,
So no, I understand. Yeah, I know which
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
think Zorro's,
yeah.
but even a wider brim, like almost double that size. Like it's a really big brim, and some of them have like peacock feathers stuck into them.
So these
to
hats
add
are
to
like really
elegance.
compensating.
In the end, in the end, I'm just gonna buy a pair of white gloves, and that's it.
All right. He offers you a price. The low price for such fine gear. Once I scroll up, just give me a second. Wouldn't be funny if it wasn't listed. Yeah, he offers you the low price of 2 gold pieces for
Which you just got from the band.
for the
How convenient.
Jesus Christ, what are they called? For the gloves.
That's expensive, man.
Oh, I assure you, my lady, you will not find finer garments and finer prices anywhere. Otto's prices are the best, and his wares, they're out of this world.
Oh, I have to buy it. Damn it.
It's a bargain.
I don't think you can find it in the actual village. So.
What about 1
Yeah.
gold and 76 silver for the garments?
Well,
Wait.
are you also
Lady,
buying?
my lady, I don't mean
No,
to do you this
I'm
service,
bargaining.
but that is almost 8 gold. Well, I would take
Yeah.
that offer. I think you would call me a swindler if I did. And I do not wish my reputation to be sullied.
1 gold and 76 silver, not 7 gold. Like,
70
I would basically...
7 gold, 6.
You're brain farting over here. 10 silver is 1 gold.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm silly. The Blavada wouldn't offer that. Blavada knows the conversion prices.
Intelligence 4 right there.
There's the +4 intelligence or +3 intelligence paying off.
1 gold and 2 silver. That's all I can do.
Oh, that my lady, well, I say this from my heart. Well, I would give this to you even for free, because
All right. Bye.
seeing your face makes every man's day immediately so much better. But I am running a business here, and I must feed me and my family. I cannot go lower than 1 silver and 8 pieces. I must make a
What?
return.
All right.
1
One
silver
gold.
and 8 copper pieces?
I said 1 silver and 8 pieces, which is like a horrible language fuck up. 1 gold and 8 silver pieces.
All right.
Hooray.
I just want to keep it going, so yeah, sure. 1 gold, 8 silver pieces done.
Yeah.
All right.
So we bought new clothes. So you have your awesome white robe and
Yeah,
new
and white
clothing.
gloves. I just wanted gloves. So the gloves.
Okay, so while they're trying this shit out, I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about an alchemist or whoever's missing, like the potion person. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the
He was supposed
alchemist.
to come to Chazal like weeks and weeks ago from the south, and I don't know if he maybe
Ago?
knows something about that.
Yes, I remember some gnome that was heading towards the northeast, much like I am now. But that was weeks ago. We saw him at the previous largest town. That you should have gotten here by now. I stopped at
Did he
at
leave?
the town. Yes.
Did he?
He must have left over a month ago by now, or even longer. I have been spending a lot of time in that town, you know. They have very experienced tailors there. I was resupplying my stock. And he kind of like flashes you a smile.
Like I'm gonna whisper to the party that it's probably been captured and being held, you know, with those bandits in the camp in the forest to the west.
Doesn't know. I
Fucking
don't know of any
bandits.
bandits. I haven't seen any. I haven't met any. I do not intend to. But just in case, I have escorts just for that.
Well, it's a good thing because we just met a party of 6 bandits not like 2 hours ago, so it's a good thing that you have those people with you. You should probably like stick to the road and not venture east though, for the until you reach the city though.
Yes. I thank you for your advice. Now, I do not intend to go much further than Chazal. In fact, I plan to offload my stock here and just head back towards the capital, as the seasons are growing cold. But I will still be in Chazal for a few weeks, so if you need some high-quality garments, you know where to find Otto.
Otto, he said.
Yes, Otto.
I grin and say yes, where the prices are utterly amazing. Where the prices are utterly amazing. I kind of laugh to myself.
Yeah, he flashes you another smile. Like, he's this. You see this guy in his 40s with like a well-kept short beard, not
How
like
old
this
is his
shit.
pregnant wife?
Why do you care?
Oh, you
Like,
look back
this
and you look back and she's in like her late 20s, early
14.
30s. You're not sure.
Okay, I guess we move on.
Let's go.
All right. So he packs up and carries on. You organize yourselves and carry on. Do you go off track or do you actually follow into the village?
Well, we
I
want to like avoid the village, right?
Yeah, we avoid the village because they hate us.
Yeah, give me a navigation check. Who's Mira? Give me a survival check.
Sure. $24.
Yeah, easy. You just keep right on track and you pass that village, not coming closer than like 2.5 miles, and you arrive on the other side of the village, a few miles past, and it's starting to get dark. Do you stop here for the night, or do you push through the dark?
Push through to the next village, I think we should do.
Alright, can the scout give me ID 20? Alright, so while traveling at night is not exactly pleasant, does any one of you have a light source of any kind?
Well, we all have torches, I assume.
Yeah. A prestidignation, a lit torch.
Alright, just mark off another torch from your list.
Oh yeah, I need some new oil. Can I buy that in the small village, the next one?
You probably won't find oil there, but actually, given the distance, your torch runs out after like a few miles, and you have yet to reach the village.
How many?
How much is that sheet?
My,
You
oh,
need to-
not my
you need to use two.
lantern, right?
You need to use or you can use the lantern. Yeah,
Oh, then I'll keep the torch and we use the lantern.
yeah. The lantern like starts running out of oil as you arrive in the village, like late at night. And at this point, let's take a 5-minute break, and let's meet back up, and let's see where it takes us. All right?
All right.
Sure.
So yeah,
No, I also have dark vision.
roughly 5 minutes, but Lavada doesn't, so it's All right.
Yeah.
Neither do I, so.